You need to conduct thorough research to help draft a persuasive brief and oral argument for your first brief assignment. In this video, you'll learn how to find secondary sources to quickly familiarize yourself with the topic, the most relevant case law by jurisdiction, and sample briefs from real cases to easily help you draft the most persuasive arguments. Let's say you've just received your first brief writing assignment. You've read the information from your legal writing instructor and have been told which side you'll need to argue. The issue is whether the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, a federal law aimed at hackers, applies to a now ex-wife who, while married to her husband, went onto their shared computer, accessed his email, and found evidence of his affair with another woman. Before you begin, Lexis Advance provides access to a great resource for your brief assignment. Art of Advocacy Appeals provides in-depth information such as the function, do's and don'ts, models of the written and oral aspects of a brief, and more. To begin, you can simply enter topics in the red search bar. Start by typing Computer Fraud and Abuse Act in quotations so that you can find results that specifically reference your statute. Now click Search in order to retrieve results on this topic across all content on Lexis Advance. This search surfaced materials from cases, statutes and legislation, secondary materials, and much more. With results from a wide variety of sources, you can have confidence that you won't miss any important information. When you are conducting research in a new or unfamiliar area of law, it is often helpful to begin by viewing secondary materials on that topic. To access these sources, simply click on Secondary Materials. Your results now include treatises, law review and journal articles, and more. Lexis provides leading treatises in more than 50 areas of practice that can't be found anywhere else. Treatises can help you to understand the fundamentals of an issue and point you to important primary materials. These will be ranked by relevancy on the cite list, but you can change the sort order if desired. You can easily narrow your search results by using the Narrow By filters on the left. The Search Within Results feature will allow you to run a search for terms within this results set. Next, narrow the results to secondary materials that contain husband, wife, and computer used in the same sentence. You now have a list of secondary materials dealing with the fact pattern. Again, the results will be listed in order of relevance, and you can see that the first documents are directly on point. These documents provide background information on your topic and will direct you to cases that will be helpful to your research. If you wanted to save or keep a copy of these documents, you could check the boxes to the left of the document title, then use the icons at the top of the page to save the documents to a folder, email, download, or print them. Most law schools have Lexis printers on campus where you can print free of charge. Now that you've located a number of relevant secondary materials, view the primary authority on this topic. Begin by viewing the statute in question by selecting Statutes and Legislation. Now you want to filter out all of the legislative histories and see only the final codified statute. You can do this by using the intuitive filters built into Lexis Advance. Under Narrow By, notice that Codes is one of your options under Category. Now you see that 18 United States Code Service 1030 is part of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, and the section named Fraud and Related Activity in Connection with Computers is the statute at issue in your brief assignment. Retrieve this document. Statutes on Lexis Advance contain a wealth of information. You can use the Go-To menu at the top of the page to advance to the text of the statute, legislative history sources, case notes, and more. Annotations are a great way to get additional information about the statute outside of the plain language. Select the expanding arrow to open up the wealth of information available if it is not already expanded. Additionally, the Shepherd's Preview and About This document provide links to the Shepherd's Report for this statute, pending legislation, emerging issues analysis, and topic summary reports. All of these links would lead you to additional resources on this statute and would provide valuable information for your brief. Before moving on, you'll likely want to print or save this statute for future reference. You can do so by using the icons at the top of the document. You can again get back to your original search by the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act by clicking the back button on your browser or by using the History function. By clicking on History, you can access your last 5 searches, documents, or Shepard's reports. If you need to search further back in your history, click View All History. Go back to your original Computer Fraud and Abuse search. Now, look at the cases to view the relevant decisions discussing our statute. Notice how easy it is to see where your search term appears in the document with Search Term Maps, a feature available only on Lexis Advance. This search resulted in more than 1,500 cases on this topic. You can use your post-search filters on the left to narrow these results. First, you may want to narrow the results to your jurisdiction or even a specific court. Assume the assignment has stated you are in the 8th Circuit. Under the Court filter, click More, then select the 8th Circuit. You can begin browsing cases in your results list now, or you can further refine your results using the Search Within Results feature. To narrow the cases containing the words husband and wife in the same paragraph, you can use the /P command. Notice how the Search Term Maps function automatically updates to include this new search term. You can also use this function to preview the parts of the decision where your terms appear. You've now quickly narrowed your results to a manageable number of cases and used the Search Term Maps to assess how relevant they are to your fact pattern. Let's view the case Miller v. Myers. Based upon the case summary, you can find that this case has a fact pattern very similar to your brief assignment. Now that you've found a relevant case, you could use the headnotes, topic summaries, and legal issue trail to expand your research. You will want to Shepardize this and all other cases you plan to cite in your brief. To learn how to use Shepards to validate your brief, visit the LexisNexis for Law School's YouTube channel. Return to the original search in order to find even more resources that will assist in writing your brief. When you're writing a brief for your assignment, it's very helpful to review existing briefs on your topic. Only on Lexis Advance are briefs selected by legal editors based on the discussion of legal issues and quality of drafting. These resources will help you write a better brief by directing you to strong supporting authority and by demonstrating how to formulate legal arguments effectively. Use the category filter to see just briefs in your results. From within these briefs, you have access to the table of authorities to see a list of the cases, statutes, and other authority. You can also review sample arguments on relevant topics and factual scenarios. Lastly, you can view the original source image of these briefs as samples for formatting. As you can see, Lexis Advance allows you to quickly conduct thorough research on your topic so you can be confident that you have the complete picture and the strongest authority when you write your brief. Click the button to receive credit for completing this activity.